Mohenjo-daro was one of the largest city settlements of the Indus Valley Civilization of South Asia. It is in province of Sindh, in Pakistan. The city was built around 2600 BC. It was one of the early urban settlements in the world. Mohenjo-daro existed at the same time as the civilizations of ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, and Greece. The archaeological ruins of the city are designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It is one of the national icons of the distant past. Mohenjo-daro was the most advanced city of its time, with remarkably sophisticated civil engineering and urban planning. When the Indus civilization went into sudden decline around 1900 BC, Mohenjo-daro was abandoned. Now, Facts Portal presents you some of the most interesting facts about Mohenjo-daro. Stay tuned and watch till the end. The Great Bath. One of the most famous things to see about Mohenjo-daro is the Great Bath. It is part of a large citadel complex that was found in the 1920s during excavations, one of the main centers of the Indus civilization. The bath is built of fine brickwork and measures 83 square meters. Its depth is 2.5 meters. The floor consists of two skins of sawed brick set on edge in gypsum mortar, with a layer of bitumen sealer sandwiched between the skins. Water was evidently supplied by a large well in an adjacent room, and an outlet in one corner of the bath led to a high corbelled drain that disgorged on the west side of the mound. The bath was reached by flights of steps at either end, originally finished with timbered treads set in bitumen. The significance of the structure is unknown, but it is generally thought to be linked with some sort of ritual bathing. By looking at the structure of the Great Bath, it is evident that the Harappan people valued hygiene and sanitation. The next interesting thing about Mohenjo-daro is scripts and inscriptions. The most intriguing of all undeciphered scripts in the world, the Indus script is made up of partially pictographic signs. Some of which include various human, animal motifs, a puzzling unicorn. These have been found inscribed on miniature steatite seals, terracotta tablets, metals, and, occasionally on rocks. Linguistic experts and scientists have been trying to decode this challenging script for decades as it could hold the key to the secrets of this mysterious culture. Water Management System. In Mohenjo-daro, archaeologists found a very advanced water management system with 80 public toilets and more than 700 wells. Every house had its own bathroom and wells were strategically located to supply water to every neighborhood. There was also a system to store rainwater. The discovery of earliest public water tank, which is now known as Great Bath, shows their skills in architecture. Though the exact purpose of great baths is not clear, it is believed that these might be used for religious bathing. Cities like Dholavira build dams to control the flow of water so that they can store water in gigantic reservoirs. They used to store water for irrigation and for domestic supplies throughout the year. At Dholavira there were 16 reservoirs around the city. These dams and reservoirs solved two purposes. First, they protected the city from floods. Second, they ensured water supply throughout the year. Coming up with the next interesting fact about Mohenjo-daro is the docks. Mohenjo-daro even had a dock that was well developed. A vital and thriving trade center of Indus Valley civilization, Lothal had the world's earliest known dockyard. Spanning an area 37 meters from east to west and nearly 22 meters from north to south. The dock connected the city to an ancient course of the Sabarmati River, which was the trade route between Harappan cities in Sindh and the Saurashtra Peninsula. In those days, the surrounding Kutch Desert of today was a part of the Arabian Sea. The next most interesting thing found is granaries. The so-called granary of Harappa is found on Mount F. Granaries of Indus Valley civilization are massive brick structure with 45 meters north-south and 45 meters east-west. All the granaries were built close to the river bank so that with the help of boats, grains could be easily transported. The Great Granary at Harappa also had a series of working platforms with circular bricks nearby that were probably used for threshing grain. Most scholars agree that there is little evidence for the construction of massive granaries at Mohenjo-daro and that these structures should only be seen as evidence for large public buildings. Rulers and state officials probably did meet in such large public buildings, and many of them may have been used for specific religious functions, but their specific function will always remain a mystery. A town or city is incomplete without planning. A well-planned street grid and an elaborate drainage system hint that the occupants of the ancient Indus civilization cities were skilled urban planners who gave importance to the water management. Wells have also been found throughout the city, and nearly every house contains a clearly demarked bathing area and a covered drainage system. Some of the remains. During excavations in the Harappan civilization, ancient toys and materials made of terracotta, steatite and metal were found. Figurines of girls in dancing poses show the presence of some dance form as well as skilled craftsmanship. The most interesting and famous figurines recovered from Indus Valley excavations are the bronze dancing girl, the steatite bearded priest king and the terracotta wheel cart. Mohenjo-daro is the oldest civilization. Scientists and archaeologists of India have recently uncovered evidence that the Indus Valley civilization is at least 8,000 years old and not 5,500 years old as earlier believed. This discovery, published in the prestigious Nature journal on May 25, 2016, makes it not just older than the Egyptian and Mesopotamian civilizations but also the oldest in the world.